On 3 occasions, including the 10th of January, Action TV carried exposés on the failure of the Ministry of State Resources and Enterprise Development to make inquiries based on the truths contained in this letter addressed by a competent authority at the State Paper Corporation to an Assistant Superintendent of Police on the 26th of December last year. The authority at the corporation had addressed this letter against a backdrop where 5 persons were arrested and a lorry seized by the police after they attempted to remove electric motors from the Valacheni paper factory valued at about 40 million rupees on Christmas night last year. In his letter, this official claims that the stock of electric motors was sold after a tender was called as scrap metal and unusable equipment. However, quoting from the relevant documents, Action TV pointed out that the tender had been called for the sale of scrap metal and unusable equipment in July last year. The subject minister made this clarification with regard to the revelations made by Action TV. The official in question had requested more time to remove the scrap metal, and the ministry granted a 3-month extension. It is in this time frame that the scrap metal was removed. One of the primary conditions imposed when the tenders were called for in July was that scrap metal had to be removed within 14 days. Against this backdrop, granting a grace period as requested by the official in question is a violation of the conditions of the tender. There is also a question as to how a 3-month grace period lasted until Christmas. Taking into consideration what was reported in the media, what was presented in the case filed by the police and was decided by the trade union, I have appointed an independent committee to look into this. There has been some irregularity here. Then as a ministry, we will take action to correct it. On the 2nd of this month, Action TV revealed that although the official in question's services expired on the 28th of February, he had called for tenders once again to dispose of the scrap metal. His Excellency the President has instructed me to act with transparency. From the ministry, we have stopped this newspaper advertisement. I will take the appropriate decisions.